Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Wellness Wednesdays. I am Miss Peace. I'm the social worker at the school, and I'm here with Mrs. Pietriusti, who is our child and youth counselor. And we're just going to be honest this week, everyone. We came together to plan this week's episode, and we both were just like, we don't really know what to talk about. It feels hard to look at, something that we could offer that would really inspire or encourage or build people up. We just really felt like this week we needed to just be honest about the fact that this is hard and it's exhausting. And we are nearing the 1-year mark of being amidst this pandemic and doing school virtually and being burdened in a variety of ways by everything that is different this year. And so we thought it was important to name that and to talk about it because we live in a culture that can really like to paint a silver lining around things or to encourage us to always look on the bright side. And that's important. Positivity is important. Being negative is a place we can get ourselves really stuck. And yet when things are hard and when we're struggling, we have to be able to speak honestly about that. We have to know that it's okay to just say, this sucks. I'm tired. I don't know that I can keep doing this. I just want a break. And that's okay. And so this week we wanted to remind you all that it's okay to name that we're all in this together to a certain extent and that we're all limited in ways that we're not used to. And it's okay to be honest about the fact that it's hard. And we still need to keep going and just keep swimming is the line that keeps being on my mind. And so we're going to talk a little bit this week about how to validate the truth about, the challenges of this time. And then also just little things that we can do to keep ourselves going and to just keep swimming through these circumstances until a time, maybe when the term ends or when the weather changes, when it gets a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm. And Miss Peace and I were also talking about how this time of year when it's, mid-year point, it's gray out, it's really cold, like that starts to affect our motivation as well and our willingness to feel like you want to get at things or do things. So we also kind of were talking about different ideas of how to get out of that boredom and get a different twist on our motivation by switching up our routine, switching up things. So, playing a different video game instead of the same one all the time. So every day doesn't feel the exact same, or we get in that boring routine, or baking a totally different recipe, or challenging friends to all try to make this recipe and then see at the end who actually nailed it and does it really look like what you see online. Or doing things like switching up your room, right? Like totally changing the layout of your room so it maybe feels different, or trying to add some kind of like color or light into something so it kind of switches it up for you. So just kind of trying to think of different things that, because I'm being honest, I'm getting very bored and it's gray and dark and yucky and cold. And how do you get out of that? And how do you try to do some different things to get out of that? So there's just some slides with some tips, but yeah, the reality of this is hard and we all feel that and we recognize it, and that's okay to say that. And how do we just keep going?
That's right. It's like holding those two opposing things in each of our hands at the same time. It's hard and we need to be able to be honest about that and to name that. So please find ways to do that if you can, either in a journal or with a friend or a family member. Punch your pillow, cry if you need to, but let that out. And at the same time, in the other hand, how do we hold on to hope? How do we try to freshen up things so even though every day looks the same in many ways, we can mix it up? And how do we still find things to look forward to that can help us to endure in the meantime? And so, like Mrs. P said, we're going to put some slides up, but we also wanted to remind you that though you may feel alone, and certainly this is a year where we have felt more lonely than maybe ever before, there are people who want to help. And so if you feel like it's hard in a way that you are stuck and you don't know if these strategies would be enough to help you shake that up or pull yourself out of it, then please tell someone. We are here at the school to help. There's ways in the community to get help. Please reach out and let someone know that you're struggling so that you don't have to do that alone. Okay, so take a look at these slides and we will see you in a couple weeks.